Hello everyone, Hades here, and today I'll be giving my first impressions of the game Duet Night Abyss. Without any story spoilers, yesterday, October 28th, 2025 was the release of Duet Night Abyss. I played it for close to 9 hours, and this is now going to be an awesome game. I'll be playing every day for a while, and I say now it's going to be an awesome game because, at least for me, it had a gigantic issue on launch where it was constantly loading during everything. Cutscenes, fights, explorations, menus, you name it. There was this circle that would pop up, and this circle meant the game was loading, buffering, whatever you want to call it. It was really frustrating. Bro, this buffering better not happen like a million times in the gameplay. It better not like stop. Yeah, here we go. And from what I've seen online, I wasn't alone. From my experience, it happened every couple seconds. I don't think I got a single minute of gameplay without this loading circle popping up. And this was probably a server overload issue where simply too many people were playing at once. But they put out a patch today, which is the next day of the launch, and now it appears this isn't an issue anymore. Now let's talk about what really matters. What's the game like? Is it good? I personally think it's going to be great. I mean, just look at this gameplay.
Hunter, you are running out of time. Enter the data conduit.
Whoops, wrong game. Here's some actual gameplay. It's very similar to Warframe, just with a nice fresh coat of anime to attract all the weebs out there. I think the foundation is there, the guns feel good, and the melee weapons feel good. Any character can use any melee weapon and any gun, which is cool. The one drawback I've noticed is characters share the same basic attacks. What sets them apart are their skills, passives, and their appearances, much like Warframe. You can also acquire different stances for weapons, which all characters can use, much like Warframe. I was hoping each character might have their own unique basic attack string with their preferred weapon. It would help the characters feel more unique, but unfortunately that is not the case. I also haven't played too many characters yet, but the main character can't aim his ability up or down. It just travels in a completely straight line on the same level as your character. It would be nice if I could aim up at flying enemies above me, or enemies that might be on a floor below me. I might like to aim that at them and hit them with this, but right now, as you can see, it was just straight line, parallel, level to my character. Alright, now let's talk mobility. The bullet jumping, double jumping, and sprinting are all fine. The wall running and climbing feel terrible right now. I avoid using them because of how janky they are. Hopefully those get worked on, because they really are awful. Most of the times I tried to use it in a way that would feel fluid, it failed me. But luckily, all you really need are the first three things I mentioned. There's also a cool mechanic where if you're firing while you're in the air, you'll just start hovering. And if you're reloading, you'll keep hovering as well. You'll slowly start to descend, but it's still a cool feature. But you can't really glide like you can in Warframe because you can't aim. There's no button for aiming. So now I'm going to tie this in with controls. I play on controller. I personally really don't like the 4 presets they have. This wouldn't be a problem if I could set my own keybinds. But right now that isn't an option. Hopefully enough people ask for that and it gets added to the game. None of the preset keybinds made movement feel great to me. It made starting off feel awkward. After a while I picked it up, but if I can ever set my own keybinds, it'll feel even better. Reloading took getting used to because you need to hold L1 and click R2. Usually you just click one button like square to reload. When you use skills, you hold L1 and press either square or triangle. Warframe does the same thing for skills, and I understand with so many controls, you need to hold multiple buttons for certain inputs. But on a default preset, reloading is 2 buttons, which was just the weirdest thing to me. You can't aim down your sights, there isn't a button for that. You just press the fire button and you pull out your gun and just start blasting. Aiming is definitely something the community should ask for. I'm getting used to the controls, but I'd really prefer setting my own keybinds. When I look at the keybinds, there's certain functions I'll never use, like team setup. I would rather just do that in the pause menu. That opens up the keybind. Same thing with quick menu. Let the players set up their own controls, and I'm sure people will enjoy the game more. Alright, moving on to game modes. I think this game certainly has more multiplayer appeal compared to other gacha games. It's again very similar to Warframe. You can repeat missions over and over again with your friends. There's different missions for different resources, which get progressively more difficult. It's just a bunch of gear check, really. The enemies do get certain abilities like passive auras. There's bosses you can fight. The missions have different objectives. You might be escorting a truck, defending drills, blowing stuff up, etc., etc. For certain missions, I noticed you barely want to fight and just hit the objectives and get out. I haven't gotten too far into the game yet, but I'm hoping there's more enemy variety and challenging content, otherwise I can see people getting bored and walking away. With the ability to play these missions as much as you want though, you really can grind out getting characters and weapons for free, which is great. There's a blacksmith who will forge pieces of weapons over time, given you have the resources and blueprints. Once you get all the pieces together, you've got yourself a new weapon for free, much like the foundry in Warframe. Characters can be earned by grinding for materials that you can exchange for shards. If you really love a certain character, you need 210 of their shards after obtaining them to max out their potential by activating these things called introns. Oh, I'm sorry, actually it's 180 shards after you collect the character. But you need 210 shards total because the first 30 are used for getting the character, so you need 210 shards. They're much like character constellations in Genshin Impact or other gacha games, but if you really want to skip the grinding, you can spend money. I want to make a whole other video on the topic of spending though. I'll have it linked to the end of this video. Be sure to click on it because it's absolutely outrageous. I want to wrap up by saying I think this game looks promising. I'm going to keep playing it, and I'll make more videos about it on things like the story and the endgame content. After I've experienced everything it has to offer, you'll see more videos. Now if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Have you played this game yet? What are your thoughts on it? Comment below, and I'll see you next time.